to Maui Raceway Park for the 1987 Go-Kart Racing Season Opener. Several drivers have been working since the '86 championship race, rebuilding their karts and engines. We have 3 classes of competition on the half-mile course set today. First will be our rookie juniors with youngsters, 8 to 13 years old, and then our Yamaha heavy and lights with youngsters 17 and older. Sonny, I see you're running #1 on your card. That means you got top points last year, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, are you moving up to a new division this year?
Yeah.
What kind?
Yamaha Junior.
Okay, you're going to go a little faster, you think?
Yeah.
More competition?
Yeah.
Think so, huh? How old are you now?
10.
10, and what grade are you in?
4.
4th grade. So you're ready to go out there and really zip around the track. How fast do you think you go?
I don't know.
You don't have Daddy measure the speed for you, huh?
No.
No. He never say?
Nah.
Yeah. Okay, you're looking for #1 again this year?
Yeah.
You think there's going to be a little more competition than last year, yeah?
I hope so.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Our junior drivers will be the first onto the track today. We have 5 to start our racing. Sitting in the pole position is J.C. Ventura, kart number 17. Getting the green flag, our field is off. Next to him was Gary Allen Barris, 2nd row. On the inside was Kyle Kushi. Next to him, Sonny Bell. From the field, followed by Randy Faritas. Coming around for the first lap, we'll have our positions here. Gary Allen Barras out there in front. Moving around from that 2nd row, J.C. Ventura and the red helmet and gray suit running in 2nd place, followed by Sonny Bally running in 3rd with the #1 on his card, and Kyle Takushi is running in 4th. And it looks like we're going to have a battle between Gary Allen and JC. Gary, red helmet and the blue jacket, just in front of JC in the red helmet and gray suit, running 1st and 2nd in this first 10-lap heat for the juniors. 3rd place, Sonny Bao. 4th place, Kyle Takushi. And running in 5th is Randy Faritas. And coming down that straightaway, Gary still holding on to the lead into the turns. He has about a 2-card lead over JC. Picking up 3rd and 4th place now with Sonny Bell in the black helmet, running in front of Kyle Takushi. Sonny is in all dark color and Kyle has a white jacket. Like Sonny is putting a little distance between he and Kyle. And following up our pack, here comes Randy Faritas. Randy is getting the feel of the track this year for our junior rookie. Riding kart number 14. This is really his first time out competitively. Coming around to the halfway point in this first heat, and Gary Vargas has put quite a distance between he and JC. Gary running his laps in a 29.84. He qualified in a 29.977. So he is running now just a little bit ahead of his qualifying time. Running down the qualifying times for our juniors. With the fastest time out in his new kart was J.C. Ventura in kart number 17. He had a qualifying time of 29.398. Gary Allen as as we mentioned, the qualifying time of 29.977. Sunny Bell, a qualifying time of 31.567. Kyle Takushi, a qualifying time of 31.128. And Randy Faritas, qualifying was 34.419. Our field remaining the same as Gary Allen Varez is out in front. Good lead over J.C. Ventura. They're catching up with Randy Farias. They may lap him. And third and fourth is Sunny Bell and Kyle Takushi. And Gary Allen does lap Randy down the straightaway into the turn. And JC is in back of him now. And JC, whoa! Randy says, no way. Close the door on JC there and scooted out in front of him. Gary Allen is around for the white flag here on this lap. Took over first place in the first lap and has maintained it all the way. Has almost a 3-second lead over JC, running in second place. So coming around for our first checkered flag, Gary Allen Varez in first place. Second place, J.C. Ventura. Kyle is on the white lap. Excuse me, Randy is on the white flag lap. Sunny in for third and Kyle for fourth. Randy completing his 10 laps for his points today, gets the checkered flag. Way to go, Randy. Randy's one of our rookie drivers out here. He came out for the preseason. And what got you interested in karting?
My dad, I asked him for a motorbike, but he said I was too young and it was too dangerous for me. So he said, what else would you like? And I said, I would like a go-kart.
Hey, how did you find out about the karting? Did you come out and watch them?
Yes.
Hey, how old are you?
9.
And where do you go to school?
St. Anthony.
All right. And you came out in the preseason race and you seem to handle your kart really well. You ready for the competition today?
Yes.
What class are you going to be running in?
Junior Yamahas.
Right on. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, it's a new season. How's the heavy Yamaha class looking, Gary?
Very good. I think we got a lot more people coming out this year in the Yamaha, heavy Yamaha class, and that's what I'm really looking into, having more competition out there on the track.
Hey, what is the weight requirement for the heavies, Johnny?
What's the heaviest, Gary? What's our total top weight? Yeah. 330. Pretty overweight.
About the 350 class.
Oh, you mean this is the extra weight?
I guess so. We gotta go run them off, I guess, all the excess weight. No, but we're kind of heavy, and I talked to Neil about it, and he says we have to go by the IKF ruling, which is about 330. That we gotta, so it's agony of defeat for us chubby guys, I guess.
You feel that does slow you down to have that extra weight, right?
Well, you'd be amazed how much difference just 5 pounds will make on one of these little 100cc motors. It's really a big difference, 5, and you get up to 10 pounds overweight, and you notice it on the track. You know?
Is it in the turns or the straightaways that is the most affected?
Basically, coming out of the turns is where you, coming out of a slow area like a hairpin turn or something like that, and getting your cart back up to full speed, that's where the weight makes a big difference.
Yeah. I agree with John. That's our problem. Because, the kids will get out of there with the same cart, they'll just take off, but we can't do that because...
Plus, we have to gear our carts differently. We have a larger gear on here with more teeth, which is for pulling power to come out of the hole faster. And that's why if we compete against the little kids out here that weigh a lot less, they'll just shoot right on by us because they're going to top in a lot faster.
Well, I guess that puts a little heavyweight.
So we get good competition out here, you know. We don't want the light guys putting a lot of weight on their cart. We want the heavy guys.
Well, good luck this season, guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Coming around to see if we're having that green flag. We are underway for our heavy Yamahas. Pole position, Danton Acuna in cart number 790 with a red helmet and black jacket, and Gary Vara is across the row from him, and they are tire to tire going down the straightaway. Danton pulls out into front place. Cart number 4 with the blue helmet as Gary Charles Varas, followed by Johnny Start and Marjorie Hunkins running in 4th place. Danton Acuna out there and flying now as he's got the lead. Danton Acuna qualifying in a 29.505. Gary Varas qualifying in a 29.955. Very little difference in their qualifying time, but Danton is out in front and running. Johnny Start running in 3rd, qualifying in a 30.468. Might be closing that gap just a little bit on Gary Varas and Marjorie Hunkins, our lone Wahine out here racing in the go-karts, qualified in a 31.085. Danton Acuna with the pole position and getting that 1st place, maintaining our lead. Has a little better than a 1-second lead over 2nd place. On that one turn there, if he makes a spin out, then he'll lose his position. The first of 10 laps for our Yamaha heavies. Completing this lap, Danton will get the crossed flags, indicating we're halfway through this heat. Positions: 1st place Danton Acuna, 2nd place Gary Varas, 3rd place Johnny Start, and 4th place Marjorie Hunkins. Looks like all our drivers have their cards ready for the 1987 season points race opener today. Gap a little bit on Danton. He's got it down to 86/100ths of a second difference. And it looks like Gary fell off the pace there in that turn and is now at the back of the pack. And Danton has got a clear go. In fact, Gary is off of the course at the top end, having motor difficulties there. He's going into the pits. So we have 3 drivers. Danton looks like he's hanging in there. He's gonna keep ahead of the pack. Well, he's doing a little mechanical work on his engine too, as you see his right arm back there. And he's looking down. There must be a little something that maybe he's dropping off the pace. Danton Acuna coming around for the white flag. Johnny Start's in second place and running 3 seconds behind. Doubt if he can make that up if Danton holds on to the lead. We have about half a lap to go. Danta qualifying in 29.5, and it looks like he is just about on that same pace, taking the checkered flag for first place in our first heat. Second place, Johnny Start. Third place, Marjorie Hunkins, and as we mentioned, Gary Barras dropped out. You're not racing this year, and you've turned your card over to Joe Hartley. Why?
Well, Joe has always been one of my more lead-footed friends that I've always had, and I knew he'd really like to try these out. He's mentioned it a couple times, and I figured by letting him try once, the hook would be set so deep he'd never be able to back out of it again, and I was right.
Well, is he right, Joe?
He's right. He's right. He's going to sell me his card, I'm sure, so we can get a new one and go race on the mainland.
Well, what is the most exciting thing about running these carts for you?
The first turn. Doing the pace lap, I suppose, is you can get your adrenaline going, and then I just like the speed. It's fun. Can't do it on the street. It's sure fun to do it here.
It doesn't bother you 1 inch off of the ground?
No, not at all. It's great.
What's your top speed out there?
I have no idea. Doesn't matter. Fast as I can go, fast as I can slow down.
You've only been in one race, our preseason race, and do you have a special setup on your cart, or are you still feeling your way out?
We're still trying to feel the way out. I'm not real familiar with it yet, and so we're tuning it as we go, and that's what we're doing here right now, is just trying to work out all the fine details and try and get it tuned for how I drive. And I'm not sure how I drive yet.
But, well, you're both about the same size. You even got his leathers here. You have a different helmet, but it was a good trade, huh, Jeff?
I'll tell you at the end of the year. I still don't know. I'm kind of getting itchy just watching all these guys race. I miss it badly. I mean, this is big fun, and for me to watch him play with all my stuff is real difficult.
Why are you watching him?
Well, I want to help him out and get it, you know, with the experience I've gotten over the last couple of years down here. I'm trying to help him tune the cart to his driving style. I said style, not ability, on purpose, because everybody's driving style is different, and different styles require different setups.
So this is really a big part of go-karting. You help everybody out and bring in some new drivers.
Yeah, we want to get as many new drivers out here as possible, and you know, once the people come out, they find out how much fun it is. They never can quit, and it is a fairly inexpensive form of racing. So.
It is habit forming.
Yes, it's definitely an addiction.
Yes, it's habit forming.
Okay, well, we'll be watching you, Joe, and see how you do.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, this time try to read your RPM going down the straightaway. End of the straightaway, and try to read your RPM coming through there. Remember the line, remember the popping going into that turn. Just remember everything I've ever told you.
Getting ready for the Yamaha lights to come make the scene now. In the pole position, qualifying with a 29.516, Ines Kaliehu. We are off and racing. Across from him is Keith Varez, and Keith Varez whips out into first place there in cart number 7, the Orange Crush. Second place, Ines. In the second row, pole position was Norman Malin, qualifying in a 29.826. Across from him was Joe Hartley and Jeff Baldwin's old cart, 66, qualifying in a 30.046. And our first lap, it's Keith Varez, Ines Kaliehu, followed by by Norman Malin. Joe Hartley in number 66, and running in cart number 17 is Joe Ventura, having the inside seat in row 3, qualifying in a 32.4461, and then there's Alvin Takushi. He qualified in 36.201. Keith Ferris still out in front, followed by Enos, Norman, Joe Hartley, Joe Ventura, and Alvin. .12 seconds difference between first and second place, and Keith Barras and Enos. And looks like Joe Hartley is nipping at Norman Malin's tires there. Oh, and he has a spin out. Gets that cart around and gets back on track. Doesn't lose a position, still stays in fourth. Keith Barras is out in front, followed by Enos, and then Norman. And Joe getting back on the pace. It looks like Joe Ventura might be looking to get around, making a, oh no. Hartley gets into that turn before Ventura and still maintains fourth place. Halfway through our Yamaha lights, first 10-lap heat. Keith Ferris, followed by Enos, Norman, Joe Hartley, Joe Ventura, and Alvin Takushi. And our drivers sort of spreading out now. Covering just about a quarter of our track now, from first to sixth place. Difference between Keith and Enos. Quite a little difference between Enos and Norman Malin running in third, and then Joe Hartley, Joe Ventura, and Alvin Takushi. And Keith looks like he's going to make that a pole-to-pole run almost. Hanging in there good. White flag coming out now for Keith Barras. He's followed by Enos in cart number 23. And they have both lapped. Alvin Takushi. Running in third is Norman Malin. And then Joe Hartley and Joe Ventura. Here comes our checkered flag. First place is Keith Barras. Second place, Enos. One more lap for Alvin. Coming in third, Norman Malin. Fourth place is Joe Hartley, cart number 66. Coming through the top end turns is Joe Ventura. And Alvin Takushi will be coming around those top turns for the checkered flag, completing our field. like a shiny new kart for this year. Made some changes, yeah?
Yeah, it's a new kart.
Hey, and what are we running for the power?
100cc Yamaha engine.
Hey, you're going to be moving up into a different class?
Yeah.
Hey, going to be quite a few drivers there. You're going to have a lot more competition this year, huh?
Hope so.
Okay, where do you go to school?
Behind intermediate.
And what grade you in?
8.
Hey, karting's a pretty good sport, you think, huh?
Yeah, I like it.
What's the most thrilling part?
Mostly the competition.
Competition? You like going pretty fast, 1 inch off the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this your head mechanic over here in Ranch?
Yeah.
Financier too, huh?
Yeah.
How much does it cost to get a boy into this sport?
Well, it depends on what route you want to go. You could get a brand new kart. Top of the line stuff would run you probably 87 model, about 22 to 2500. However, I wouldn't recommend that for new beginners. I would start off with a second-hand piece of equipment, which is very good. We have a lot of them on the island, and then from there work your way up. Especially if you're starting off with the young kids, they may not like it after a year or two, so it would be wise to start off with a second-hand equipment. Very, very competitive equipment, regardless of the age.
Okay, so how does one find out maybe if they're interested in coming out and looking this over? Can you be contacted, Joe?
Sure, I can, and also our track manager, Neil Bell, can also be contacted, and we do have X number of karts that are already for sale, and also equipped with Briggs & Stratton engines for the younger kids, and we also have others that handle the Yamaha type engine that we have here. And if they're interested, please contact us. You can contact me at home at 661-3418, or Neil Bell, which is the look under the heading of Maui Go Karters, and you can get him there, and he'll be happy to help you.
Okay, well, we'd like to see some more people out here, and especially the kids, because this looks like a great sport.
It sure is. I love it.
You're one of the kids too, I take it.
I just got baptized one of the kids this season, and I'm racing too.
Okay, well, good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Second heat up now for our juniors. Green flag is up. On the pole is Sunny Bell, number 1. Going wide into this first turn, going on to first place. Across from him was Kyle Takushi. He works into second place. J.C. Ventura in third place. And Gary Allen Barras falls back to 4th. Bringing up the back is Randy Farias. And setting our groove after the first lap, it's Sunny Bell out in front, followed by Kyle, JC, and Gary. And looks like JC attempts to get around Kyle there in the bottom turn, but Kyle closes the door. Remember, JC had the fastest qualifying time today of 29.398, so he should pick up some speed in the straightaway. Kyle taking it wide. Sunny, Kyle, JC, and Gary in that order. And JC tight in the bottom end, does get around Kyle, taking on second place here. Sunny's still out there in first place. And looks like JC is setting up to get around Sunny, and once again JC takes it in the bottom turn, gets around Sunny, and Gary Allen gets into third place around Kyle Takushi. Our action happening over here in the bottom in corner, just to the left of our camera, and we see changes with each lap. It's JC Ventura out in front now, and followed by Sunny Bell in second place, Gary Allen Barras in third, and Kyle Takushi. And once again, we end up with a change down here in that corner as Gary Allen moves up to second place. He's worked his way from 4th to 2nd. JC Ventura leading our pack. 1.9-second lead over Gary Allen. Kyle with a little bit of a spin in the corners up above. He's dropped off the pace a little bit, and here comes Randy Faritas. Our rookie driver out here is getting used to this racing. And it looks like JC Ventura and Gary Allen are going to be dueling now, as Gary has made up that almost 2-second distance on this last lap. And oh, Gary pushed it a little bit hard and had a big spin out. And so we have JC. Now it looks like Gary's still running though in second place. And then Sonny Bell. And Kyle Takushi. And JC getting around Randy, lapping him. JC's got a little bit of trim there hanging on the back of his cart. It's gotten loose. Gary Allen is running second, and Sonny Bell's very close in third. Kyle running in fourth, some distance back. White flag out for JC Ventura. One more lap in this second heat. JC definitely has some equipment dragging there. So the checkered flag comes out for JC in this second heat. That gives him a first place and a second place. And Randy is down a lap, and second place this time goes to Gary Vargas. So our third heat for our juniors is going to decide first place. Their third place is Sonny Bell. Fourth place is Kyle Takushi. And Randy will finish his white flag lap to take the checkered flag. Randy Faritas. How old are you?
10.
And what got you interested in karting?
One day I came down here and I just was watching, and then I asked my dad, and he said he would, if I would be good, he would buy me one. And then I just came out here.
Pretty good fun, you think?
Yeah,
What class do you run in?
the Yamaha Juniors.
All right. Do you know how fast you're going out there on the straightaway?
No,
Pretty fast though, huh?
yeah.
Yeah? Okay, do you have a special name for your kart?
No, but it used to be the Gray Ghost.
All right, so you're getting life back into the old Gray Ghost then?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, Kalani Tom used to drive it, and he was a winning driver when he had to leave to go on to other things. So it looks like you've got it tuned in, and it's doing very well.
yeah,
Okay, you looking for number one?
yeah, hopefully.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, you were number one last year. How does the competition look this year, Dandon?
Pretty strong.
Lots of heavies in this time, yeah?
Yeah. Kind of planning.
Okay, you're gonna have to look for some extra strategy there?
Well, we got new pipe. We redid our old engine, and our tires is pretty good, so I think got this race pretty good.
All right, so you prepared for some challenges out there on the track.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been out testing, and she's going good, yeah?
Yeah. Pretty good.
You're pleased with it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck this year.
Yeah. Thank you.
Second heat up for our Yamaha heavies. Green flag is up. An inverted start for our second set of heats where we put the slower qualifying carts on the pole position. Marjorie with the pole. Johnny Start across from her in the first row. Danton Acuna in the second row. Danton Acuna taking advantage down here in this bottom turn. Takes over first place just like that before one lap is even down. Second place is Marjorie. Third place is Johnny Start. Gary Varas unable to show up for this second heat. Danton Acuna gets out in front, and he had the fastest qualifying time for our Yamaha heavies in a 29.505, so he should be flying. With a 1.44 second lead over second place, Marjorie Hunkins. This is approximately a half-mile set course. So when our drivers complete a half mile with all these turns in around 30 seconds, you know what they're turning on these straightaways. Plenty fast, 1 inch off the ground. Danton Acuna now is traveling around in a 31.12 seconds. He's cruising just a little bit from his qualifying time of 29.505. Marjorie might be picking up the pace there just a little bit as she seems to be nuzzling up to his rear tires there. Cross flags indicate we're halfway through this second 10-lap heat. And Marjorie's nibbled out down to 0.80 seconds difference between she and Danton. Johnny Start still is running in third. Difference now as she continues to pick up a little ground with each lap. Marjorie's qualifying was a 31.85. Danton's gonna have to pick up his pace just a little bit. She's got that down to 0.32. Danton's going to have to depend on his driving skills to hold off Marjorie coming around through those turns. Down the straightaway. Danton goes wide, Marjorie goes wide. And doesn't look like she's quite got the extra momentum as Danton widened the distance on this last lap. White flag out now for Danton Acuna. And he has increased the distance between he and Marjorie to 1.15. That's a little over a second. And so it looks like he's going to maintain his lead all the way and get the checkered flag. That's another first place for Danton Acuna. Marjorie comes in second, moving up from third place in the first heat, and Johnny Start comes in third. So we're going to have a third and a second for Johnny Start. The third heat will decide a position there. Oh, we've got the top of the Yamaha lights here from last year. Enos and Keith, what you looking for this year?
A whole bunch, a lot of first places, and get up front. Hopefully everything runs all right.
More competition coming into your class this year, huh, Keith?
Yeah, that sounds good. Ain't gonna turn them away. We love to have competition.
Did you bring your Gremlin along with you today?
No, not today.
Oh, you're not going to be Wild Man Veras out there on the track?
More controlled, but you'll find out.
Doesn't he? Don't you think he has a split personality when he gets in his cart, Enos?
Well, that's the way it should be. You know, racing is racing, and pleasure, you know, you go have a party. Change of attitudes.
Oh, I see. Well, okay. Have you done anything special to your cart for the competition this year?
No, not really. We're just trying a new front end that's supposed to be adjustable and stuff like that. But that's about it.
Not too many big changes.
No.
And is the Orange Crush all ready to go?
Ready to fly.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Watching that green flag for our second heat of our Yamaha lights. And it's a no-go. Our starter didn't like our positions as one of our carts pulls off the track. And it looks like it may have been Joe Ventura. And they're pushing him back to the pits. Our remaining 5 carts are on the track, heating up their tires. This time, pole position will be Alvin Takushi, our slowest qualifier in this group. Across from him was to be Joe Ventura. Second row will be Joe Hartley. Across from him will be Norman Malin, and in the rear will be Keith Ferris and Enos. And we have here now, as our carts are coming around, we have a red flag up. Hey, Mr. Baldwin, we haven't seen that red flag before in the history out here at Maui Raceway Park. What does that mean?
They had to stop the heat right now. Joe Ventura just broke, and they think they can fix it. So rather than run 5 carts, they're going to try to run 6.
Well, that's very good. Are you going to be down here being our turn marshal?
Yes, I'm the turn marshal, and I'm going to be signaling my guys who to kill. I mean, who to pass and who not to.
All right.
Everybody.
And it looks like we have made repairs and have our drivers back. Jeff Baldwin explained to us that when there is a cart that is out in before the first lap is even completed, we should see that red flag and see if we can get all of our competitors back on the track. Inverted start for our second round of heats, our Yamaha lights. Out for their 10 laps. All 6 carts ready to go.
I'm going to run the 30. I just thought I'd tell you.
Now we got a yellow flag.
One guy, Keith, can't get fired.
Oh, okay.
He's out there now.
Now this is going to be all the colors out for this race. Now we have the yellow flag out as we are short one card. It seems like Keith Veras cannot get that engine fired. Now we do have all 6 carts on the track coming around the top end, and our starter is Out. We have a signal. Looks like we're going to have one more go around. For our Yamaha lights on the track, and it looks like our starter is setting the field, and green flag goes up, and we have on the inside Joe Ventura. Oh, Norman Malin, number 71, coming up from that second row, getting ahead of Alvin Takushi and Joe Ventura running second and third now. They were in the first row, and it looks... Now we've had a little more passing. We'll have to see when our field comes around. But Norman is really pulling ahead of the pack. The rest of them still sort of jockeying for position. And it looks like number 17, Joe Ventura, is in second place there, followed by Joe Hartley, Keith Barras, Ines Callejo, and it looks like... Oh, once again in a big spin out there in the back of the pack, Alvin Takushi. And Norman is out and really hauling. Boy, has he got the distance. Joe Hartley in second place now. Keith Barras moving around. Joe Hartley, cones are flying, and Keith takes over second place. Our turn marshals going to straighten up the cone. Norman Malin out in front of second place Keith Barras by 2.60 seconds. Close behind Keith is Joe Hartley. A little rough in the bottom end here, and Joe Ventura running in fourth, followed by Enos and then Kyle. And looks like maybe Keith is closing the gap. Got that down to 1.49 seconds as he is closing up on Norman. Our field is spread out, but Keith is, you can see, closing that distance. Halfway through this second heat, less than a second difference between Norman Malin and Keith Barras. Keith running in second place, Joe Hartley running in third, Enos fourth, and Alvin's fifth. We've lost somebody. Excuse me, Joe Ventura fifth, Alvin is sixth, coming across that start-finish line. And double checking our battle here for first and second. And Keith's got that down to 44 1/1000ths now. And looks like he's going to be setting up for a pass unless Norman can hold off for 4 more laps. The rest of our field, third place, Joe Hartley, fourth place, Enos. See if Keith goes for a move. Takes it wide on the turn, and Norman has made up some distance and widened the gap just a little. Keith closing it up there in the top end of the course. Oh, very close to Norman through the turns. And down here on that straightaway, Keith is right behind. balance of our field. Once again, Keith gets up there close to Norman. And Norman and Keith getting the white flag as Norman passes Alvin Takushi and puts him between Keith and himself only for a moment as Keith makes it around Alvin. So Keith has got less than a lap to make his bid to get around Norman. And looks like Norman's going to be taking it pole to pole there as Norman gets the checkered flag. Second place, Keith Barris. Third place, Joe Hartley. Fourth place, Enos. Fifth place, Joe Ventura. Alvin is down a lap. Another one of our new drivers this year is Norman Malin, and you kind of got this kart gratis, a professional, almost professional driver, Tom Harper, and how do you like karting?
I love it.
Is it addicting?
We don't race often enough, I'm afraid.
Oh, you're really into it then?
Oh yeah. This last 6 weeks break was terrible. Nervous.
After one time out, you're ready to go for it.
Afraid so.
Hey, what kind of speeds do you think you are doing out there on the straightaways?
Terrible. I don't know. I wouldn't want to know. I want to be the last to know that. It's more than 30 miles an hour, though.
Absolutely. You're covering a half-mile course in around 35 seconds on an average basis, so that means top speeds have to be up to 60, 70.
No, I can't figure that out with a pencil and paper.
Hey, what kind of engine do you have here?
Same as most every other kart, the Yamaha.
You find that the best division to be competitive in?
There are more karts than any other.
Okay, well, good luck in this season.
Thank you very much. I'm going to try hard.
All right. Well, Gary, it's another year. What are you looking for?
Race.
Race? What do you like best about karting?
Good.
Hey, how old are you?
30.
And where do you go to school?
Kalama. I'm Mako.
Okay, would you like to see some more kids out here to race with?
Yeah.
You'd like to meet them on the track and meet the challenge, huh?
Yeah.
Both your dad and you are into karting. Does it make a good sport for your father and you?
Yeah.
Who does most of the wrenching?
My dad.
You learning to do some things?
No. Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, huh? Well, maybe he gets so busy with his own, he might say, hey, you got to take care of your own, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck today.
Okay.
Okay. Final heat for our juniors today, and the green flag is up. In the front row on the inside, J.C. Ventura. Next to him, Gary Vargas, both of them with 700 points for the day. This will decide first and second place for this heat. Second row is Sonny Bell with Kyle Takushi. Sonny pulling into third place ahead of Kyle, and on the back side is Randy Faritas. And looks like the battle is on between JC and Gary Allen. JC pouring it on as Gary inches up alongside of him on that straightaway. 12 laps for this final heat. And it's going to be a neck-and-neck race for Gary and JC. On first place now. Turn marshal at the bottom end is Gary. And how does it look for your sibling out there?
Well, I tell you something, I feel good. My son doing real good today, and I lost an engine. They went $500. So better luck for the next race. I guess that's all I can say. It's just one of those things in racing. You lose some, you win some.
Right on. Well, Gary got around JC. They were tied going into this heat, 700 points. And it looks like Gary Allen is out and flying, although JC does have a faster qualifying time.
Yeah, he had a very much faster qualifying time according to the time trials. And we've geared Gary Allen's kart down so that he could come out of the hole faster. And apparently it's working real good, but we'll see after the next race when we put the restrictors in because they're going too fast.
How fast do you think they're going?
I would say at the bottom of the track on the straightaway, they're hitting about 75, maybe 80 miles an hour, I'm pretty sure. Look at the lead he's picked up already.
He's got a big lead. Let's see, let's take a lap's time here. He's got 2.46 second lead.
As long as he don't spin out, you know, like the previous race, he was complaining about his tires. And I told him it wasn't his tires, it was him. He was charging the turns too much. And he's got to learn that the power in that kart will push him right straight to that turn. It's pretty bad.
He's doing well today. Looks like he maybe should tell him he's got a good lead there. He can let it down just a little bit.
I told him watch his temperature. Don't let it get too hot. That's the problem with my engine. I got over 408 degrees and it just seized the engine. So I told him keep on the 370 degrees.
You're just a hot driver.
Well, trying hard. That's the way to go.
And Gary's coming up. Looks like he might be lapping Randy shortly. Still maintaining a lead over Joe Ventura. And he's working on a 2.46 second lead over second place Joe Ventura. Joe taking it a little wide on that turn up there. You can see he's trying hard. And there goes Gary Allen around Randy Faritas. And also JC on that straightaway, picking it up in the turn. And Gary's gonna have to pick it up a little bit. And down to 0.98 seconds in the difference of the first and second. So JC's picked up a little distance.
JC lost it on the turn.
Yeah, Gary's picked up a distance again as JC lost a little bit on the turn, and Dad's waving him on down here. Pretty much all the way. And white flag is out for Gary Allen. He's got one more lap to go. Taking it easy around those top turns as he's got a nice lead over JC Ventura. Now comes around for the checkered flag. Gary Allen Barris, first place for our juniors, followed by JC Ventura. Randy is down a lap, and third place will go to Sonny Bell. Takushi. And picking up Randy on the backside there, right behind Sonny. He'll complete his round. for their final 12-lap heat. Danton Acuna, Johnny Start, and Marjorie Hunkins. Danton Acuna, pole position out there in front. Perfect score today, picking up 400 points for each of the first two heats. And unless he has a spin out, it looks like it's going to be another perfect day. Marjorie Hunkins getting around Johnny Start there in that corner up there, taking on second place. Marjorie doing a little wrenching on her cart. Maybe has picked up her time. She qualified in a 31.085. Take a lap time on her now and see what kind of time she's running. Marjorie putting some distance between she and Johnny Start, third place. Yeah, Marjorie on a 29.94. So she's taken a couple of seconds off of her time, and it's showing in this third heat. She and Johnny Start were tied for second and third place. Looks like she's making her bid well in the second place. Our three drivers start to spread out a little bit. Danton Acuna with the lead. First place, Danton Acuna. Second place, Marjorie Hunkins. Third place, Johnny Start. Danton with a 2.60 lead over Marjorie Start now. Marjorie with about a 3-second lead over Johnny Start. He's our fourth member of this group. He was running a little hot, and he'll have some engine repairs to do before our next race. And Danton is pulling back a little bit. As he will be coming around for the white flag. He's running his laps in about 29.96, qualified in a 29.505. So he's dropped off his pace just a little bit. He looks like he'll be cruising in there for a perfect score today. And our starter Neil Ball out with the checkered flag as Stanton comes down the straightaway. First place for the Yamaha Heavies. Second place will go to Marjorie Hunkins. And third place to Johnny Stark. Well, this is Alvin's first time out here competitively on the track. What do you think?
It's all right. Going for it.
What got you interested in karting race?
Watching my small brother.
You weren't going to let him have all the fun, huh?
Hey, jealous, huh? Gotta see.
Okay, a new kart, where did it come from?
My dad bought it from Stanley Bodge. Bought it from him. Then had it for about 3 weeks now. Going for it. It's first time.
You've been working on the motor and getting it all tuned up?
Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday for the first time.
What class you going to run in?
I think Yamaha Lights. I'm not sure. I think so.
A lot of competition in that class.
I hope so.
Hey, what are you looking for? You're looking for a lot of fun and number one, huh?
Fun, that's all. That's all I'm here for, fun.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 17.
Right, so this is bringing in the teenager girls. You like to see a little competition from your buddies?
Yeah, it'll be fun to have them all out here going for it. Going.
Hey, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Our final heat for our Yamaha Lights. Keith Ferris and Norman Malin for the first row. Enos Kaliehu and Jeff Baldwin now driving number 66. And we've had a spin out in the bottom end with Alvin Takushi and Joe Ventura. Joe Ventura looks like he is stopped. Meanwhile, Keith Ferris takes on first place, followed by Norman Malin, and third place Jeff Baldwin, and fourth place Enos. And Jeff is falling off of the pace. It looks like he is. And it's erased. We have a yellow flag out. We're under caution. We may have a restart. Joe Ventura has gotten out of his kart and has stopped another driver, but it looks like our cars are back-end racing. And Keith Ferris is in the lead against Norman Malin, Enos Kaliehu, and then fourth place is Jeff Baldwin. Two of our drivers are off the track. It looks like it's Alvin Takushi and Joe Ventura. Norman Malin going for a bid around Keith Ferris. Keith shuts the door as he goes into the turn. Enos and Jeff in third and fourth. Our battle here for first and second. Going into this race, Keith Ferris leading with the points of 700. Norman Malin with 625. So this could be a deciding heat between these two. Norman Malin again making a bid down the straightaway, and he gets by Keith Ferris easily. And Keith taking it wide in the corner is coming back up on the straightaway and takes it back from Norman on the backside. And now all four of our Yamaha Lights are running close together. Keith Ferris, followed by Norman Malin. They'll be getting around Alvin Takushi. Oh, Alvin is slowing up the traffic up there as they go through the turns, but Norman Malin again making a bid by by Keith Ferris, and Jeff Baldwin gets around Enos. Again, Keith picking it wide in the turn, pulling up, putting on the coast, takes it back from Norman on the backside. 4 carts running very, very close for this final heat of the Yamaha Lights. Keith Ferris, Norman Malin, Jeff Baldwin, and Enos Kaliehu. Alvin Takushi is down several laps, and it looks like Joe Ventura is out. Norman Malin sneaking around Keith as they're going into the turns, abreast around the bottom end, and Keith is around and up through the turn again and takes it back. These boys are racing around 60 to 70 miles per hour, 1 inch off the ground, and our positions are changing with each turn. Keith currently in the lead as we're halfway through this 12-lap heat. He seems to not have the power as Norman Malin just about makes it down that straightaway, but this time Keith pulls it out ahead. He shakes his head. He's not sure if he can hang on for the duration of this race. Joe Ventura pushing his cart by here. What happened, Joe?
Well, the car went in a spin, causing me to go in a little spin also, and then my engine just quit. That's all. We have remote starter, so I can continue. No problem.
All right, we got quite a race going on here. Keith still out in front, ahead of Norman Malin. Jeff Baldwin running in third. He's taken over the driving in this third heat from Joe Hartley. Enos in fourth. And it looks like Norman's unable to pick up that distance on the straightaway down there. All 4 of our carts are very close together. And once again, Norman making the bid down the straightaway, settles in for the turn and takes it wide. Keith moves on the inside, comes around on the outside. Now Jeff is on the inside of Norman, is unable to pull it out of the turn. Jeff Baldwin making a bid for second place. Our drivers will have the white flag on this pass by the start-finish line. Keith Ferris in first place, and here comes Norman once again, unable to pick it up enough to slingshot around. Keith holding off. Norman Malin has less than a lap to go. I would suggest Alvin move out of the way as the pack moves in. And Keith gets by, Norman gets by, Jeff Baldwin gets by, and Enos, and Alvin says, oh my. First place to Keith Ferris, second place to Norman Malin, Jeff Baldwin in third, Enos in fourth, and Alvin is down some laps. What a race it was. The pedal to the metal all the way for Keith Ferris and Norman Malin. Bumping and pushing going in the backfield. Number 17, J.C. Ventura, is teamed up with number 33, Alvin Takushi. And running in second place is Danton Acuna, who will be a teammate of Joe Ventura. Running in third place right now is Enos Kaliehu. He has a teammate of Sonny Bell. And number 7 is Keith Ferris. His teammate is Kyle Takushi, running 55 and near the end of our pack. Number 71, Norman Malin, is teamed up up with cart number 5, Marjorie Hunkins. Number 49, Gary Allen Veres is running with number 83, Johnny Start, and Jeff Baldwin is running in cart number 66 all by himself. So I see JC Ventura still out in front, followed by Danton Acuna, and Enos has pulled up. Norman Malin is running in 4th right now. Jeff Baldwin, who started in the back of the pack, is up in 2. Looks like 5th place, excuse me. And behind Jeff is number 17, JC Ventura. No, we have 2 17s. That would be Joe Ventura with Marjorie Hunkins and Gary Allen Veres. Track, and we're spread about from one end to the other. JC Ventura is still out in the lead, followed by Danton Acuna and Enos Kaliehu, and then is Norman Malin and Jeff Baldwin. And coming up now is Joe Ventura, Marjorie Hunkins, and Gary Allen Veres, and then there's Johnny Start, Sonny Bell, Alvin Takuchi, and Kyle Takuchi. And Keith Veres is running at the back of the pack. Jeff Baldwin looking around the side of Norman Malin there. He's closing up the gap and goes into the turn, tire to tire. But first, second, and third, JC Ventura off the pole. Danton Acuna, who was in the second row, running in second place, and in the third row was Enos. He's running in 3rd place. Norman Malin, number 71, running in 4th, and Jeff Baldwin in 5th. JC is teamed up with Alvin Takushi, and let's see where Alvin is. Alvin is, looks like he's running next to last. So then we have Danton Acuna running with Joe Ventura, and Joe Ventura is running in about 7th place. So that team's looking very good. Jeff Baldwin has gotten around Norman Malin and moved up to 4th place, and Enos made a bid over JC there, but pulled back. Oh my goodness, and we have quite a spill down there in the turn as Norman Malin goes up over Jeff Baldwin's cart. And the red flag comes out to stop our race. Our field has slowed down now. Carts will hold their position. So we check our driver down there. accident, or were you near the place?
Oh no, I didn't see the accident at all. I had to stop because my motor is coming off. I didn't want to blow the motor.
Oh, well, how's the Orange Crush doing today?
Real good.
Were you number one?
Yeah, I was.
It's a grin ear to ear.
Oh, I know. Feels good to win, you know. No, it's been running real good, so I didn't want to take a chance. The motor's coming loose. I didn't want to push it any further already. This is only for fun, so I'm not going to do anything to harm the motor. So I don't know what's happening down there. I think they're just trying to untangle carts right now.
It's Norman Mailer, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Bye.
Well,
so how does your motor come loose?
I don't, just from the vibration. Well, see, this turn down here is so bad that if you don't check it every time, and you know, it seems like I'm always forgetting to check that on the third heat, but just from the jarring, it will come loose, no matter how tight you make it or what you put on it to hold the thing from coming out, but it still does. So before losing the motor, I might as well stop right now.
Well, you've got your boss in the pits ready, I see, to take care of things.
That's
yeah?
Right. That's what dads are for. Clean the cart out. Actually, only could take me back. Oh, my eye. What happened? How did this happen?
Hello out there in sports world. Neo Bell again out at the Maui Raceway Park and the Maui Go Karters Association putting on go-karting. And we'll get right down into the presentations here and the trophies. And first on the list in the four-stroker class, running alone, he's waiting for a bunch of you other four-strokers to come out and join him. He's second time out on the track, and 1,200 points, a perfect day, number 14, Mr. Randy Freitas. Randy Freitas, right up here. And you stay right there with us. Okay, we move down to the rookie juniors. Those were all the guys that were in the four strokes before. Now they moved up to the Yamahas. And coming in fourth place today with 507 points is Kyle Takushi. Kyle. Second time out on the field for Kyle also. Coming up in third place with 675 points, Sonny Bell. There, Sonny's been a long time winner out here at the track. And he was overall points winner last year with some 13,000 plus points. So he gets to run the #1 number on his kart this season. Moving up to second place with 1,000 points, JC Ventura. JC running real hard today. Smooth driving, JC. And in first place with 1,100 points, and this guy has been a regular charger, Gary Island, Varus, first place, 1,100 points. Thank you, gentlemen. All right. Now we move into the heavy class. We had 4 of them out there today. Coming up in fourth place with no hardware. He tried. He, I guess, lost an engine today. 169 points. Gary Varus. We got Papa Varus out here. No hardware, but bring him up. Want to say something to Upcountry?
Yeah, it's nice and sunny down here, and come down and enjoy the sun and watch us tear the tracks up.
Gary Varus, fourth place. Coming in third place in the heavyweights with 750 points, Johnny Sharp. John. All right. I knew you were working today. What you got to say about the run today?
Oh, it's fantastic, even though I didn't come in first. Next time.
Next time, he says. Okay, with hardware today, 825 points, and second place, Marjorie Hunkins. Yeah, We got a woman out here. Margie, what do you say to that?
It was a lot of fun.
You always like that every day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In first place with a perfect score today, 1,200 points, Danton Acuna.
Right on, Danny.
Danny, you're making a habit of first place in heavyweight. How do you do that?
Lock.
I don't think so. Good driving. The heavyweights, thank you. Now we get to the lightweight Yamahas, and we had 6 of them today. Without hardware, 317 points. Newcomer, Alvin Takushi. Alvin, there, hiding in the background. No hardware, but hang on. In 5th place with 349 points. I guess that's our trophy presenter here, Joe Ventura. In 4th place with 619 points is Joe Hartley. He had to leave early to go see Norm. And we get down to 3rd place, 638 points, Ines Kailieho. Ines. Oh, Ines did some hard fighting, charging, and everything today. Ines, you did some rolling, didn't you?
Sure did. I tried hard. Wasn't hard enough.
His actions show more than his speech, let me tell you. Coming in 2nd place, 925 points with hardware. He already took his trophy. He went to get some care done. Norman Malin. Norman. In 1st place with 1,100 points. Boy, the gentleman himself, Keith Forrest. Keith Forrest.
That's my boy.
What else did you want besides the trophy?
No.
Okay.
No money, right?
No, not today. The Yamaha lights. Thank you. Thank you, Joe, for helping out here. We have these races once a month, the go-karts, and all's welcome. Anybody can come. You have a fun cart or you have a racing go-kart, bring it down. We'll make a class for you. There's a lot of them out here for sale. Like I say, the 4-strokers moved up to Yamahas. Now they're all surplus equipment and for sale. And you can contact me at 572-7440 anytime. I am Neil Bell with the Maui Go Karters Association. Come visit us, see how it's done, an inch off the ground. Thank you.